I was looking on the internet. You guys can even check this out. Type in Jack Hardcastle, and I saw total live earnings. I'm not sure what that means, but just shy off $1 million.
I mean, I was close to like quitting playing one time. Like I was about a year and a half ago now. No, it was a while back, but I was just getting like beat up on for months. You know, like I think I lost like 60 or 70,000 or something. I'm just like, can I keep doing this? Won the WPT online for 447,000.
Repeat that number again.
447, yeah. It was.
That is incredible.
It was a good day.
Welcome back to Self-Made Podcast. As you can tell, we don't have Fadel doing the introduction. Today you've got the luxury of listening to me. I go by the name of Sam and Love. Without further ado, Fadel is actually training for upcoming fight. We haven't got the date yet, so that's why he's not here. But without further ado, welcome to the podcast, our very own Jack Hardcastle.
Thank you for having me.
Deserves a round of applause, as Fadel says. But no, thank you for joining us, Jack. A friend of mine that I've known for quite a bit, but I haven't seen in like 5 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But it's interesting to have you on. Just please like to tell the viewers what about yourself? What's your actual job occupation?
Okay. Yes. I'm a professional poker player. I've been playing since I was 17 and this for full time since I was 19. And I travel quite a lot to play a lot of live tournaments, also do quite well online. So, yeah, I'm always on the move doing something with it. So,
jeez, no, that's incredible. But, I'm fascinated about it. I don't actually play poker myself, but what actually led you down the route of poker?
I just always enjoyed playing it. I first started playing it for like pennies with my grandparents, and then I always just really enjoyed the game. But there was like a lot of information out there to learn, like there were coaching videos and stuff. I got one of my now good friends coached me up when I was like 18 to be a lot better. So it's just like it was constantly improving, constantly putting effort into it, and yeah, thankfully it's gone really well. So
wow, that's amazing. So you actually started online first, or?
Yeah, I started online for like pennies right at the start. So, but it's just the experience of it more than anything, because as soon as you keep building up and having a few wins and stuff, then you get better and better, and then eventually you get to go play bigger live tournaments, because live is a lot bigger. You know, you're playing for pennies online, but you're paying for quite a lot in live tournaments. So yeah, I was just doing that for a while, and then finally climbed the stakes to the point where I'm playing like most of the big things now. So
no, that's incredible. But just for those that actually don't know poker well, like I said, I don't play it myself, but I was watching a video, and from what I was hearing about it, it's just like chess, but with cards. So would you like to dig deep a little bit about?
It's a pretty good analogy. Yeah, like there's obviously luck involved within poker, but over the longer period of time, the better player is always going to win. If you were to say play me over and over again, you'll win a few in there for sure. But it's just like in the long run, like the better player was always going to win.
Okay.
At least that's the theory of it.
So it's basically your luck is, well, you basically play with the hand that you dealt with.
Yeah, all you can do is just play as well as you can, and like what will be. But some people don't really enjoy that as well, because they're just like, well, I don't want it to be luck dependent, you know. I just want to win now.
No, but that's good. And in terms of like your motivation, like how do you still become motivated after like losing games of poker? Or?
Just knowing that eventually the tide will turn, because you just got to keep playing well, and that's all you can really do. And then eventually tournament results are going to come your way. It's hard sometimes, because the tournaments have hundreds or thousands of people in them. You're not supposed to win them very often. Yeah, you're actually not supposed to win that much at all. Like you'll still cash for like a few things here and there, but it's actually rare to win a tournament. Like, wow. So you can go for quite a while without winning, but when you do win, it's really good. So. And
is there such thing as, that's very interesting to say, is there such thing as like a poker face and stuff, or is that divine?
Right now. There's not like really a face. It's just like, you know, just calm, like controlled. Like there's no face to pull. Just don't give anything away. Yeah. So it's just like, I will just be. My friend said that I've got like a really gormless face while I'm playing as well. Like I look like I'm just totally unbothered by being there. I'm just like.
That is No, that's pretty incredible. And the thing that fascinates me is I never realized how much money is involved in poker. And obviously I always used to see your Instagram. I was like, Is this virtual money or is this actual real
Well,
money?
it's like the great thing about it is you can play for pretty much as much money as you'd like. You could play from like all the way down to the penny stakes to it as anything you want really. You just have to have the money to enter, and everyone's allowed to play. So like, the only real entry point is just how much you have to spend on the tournament. There's nothing else you really need. So
that's incredible. And you obviously started with pennies, like you said. So you've just accumulated your money.
I started with $50 when I was 17. And that was the only time I ever had to deposit, and I was just grinding up that $50 for the first year or two. And then when I turned 18, was allowed to play on like the bigger sites. I mean, I technically wasn't allowed to play when I was 17, but I could play on the bigger sites from when I was 18. So yeah, and then got some coaching after I'd reached like $2,000 or $3,000, and like from one of my good friends. So that was money invested in myself that I'm very glad I did, because the first year I was with him, like that was the year that allowed me to go professional. Because I just dropped out of university at that point, and I was probably just going to go back and do a different course the year after. So
wow, so you at university was playing poker?
I was so I was sort of doing that thing where I was trying to go to university and play poker at the same time, which obviously meant you do crap at both, right? Because you have to choose one. So no, I dropped out. I was going to go back a year after and do a slightly different course, but I had 6 months, and I was like, well, let's give it a go. And thankfully it went really well at the start. Like you need things to go right at the right time, because like had it not gone well, I'd have just been back in uni, I think. So
and obviously you've made the right decision.
I like to think so. Yeah.
But no, I think you're very humble on the fact that it's luck and like the way you talk about it, but it's obviously a skill set that you have to have. I remember when we were at college, I remember we used to take the train and so forth, but I knew that I heard you're very good at maths. Like you did your A-level maths in school, I believe.
Yeah, most of it, but like the first, I think it was like 5 of the 6 modules when I was at school. I only needed to do like the last one when I was in college. So
that's incredible. So what skill does it actually take to become good at poker? Is it do you have to be good at maths and so forth?
I mean, it helps. I don't think it's the number one thing, because there are a lot of people who come from like a chess background. They play chess, and then someone goes, "Oh, you could actually make money in this game, and you'll probably be quite good at it." So there's people like that. There's some people who are quite good at maths. I think like that was the one I came from. But then a few of them were like pro gamers in another game. Like one of the guys who's quite well known used to be like one of the best StarCraft players in the world. So he then moved over to poker and started winning everything for a few years. Yeah. So like there's usually some backgrounds people come from to be good at it. Yeah.
So everyone seems to come from different sort of backgrounds, like you mentioned, even having a conversation.
Different but similar skill sets, I'd say. Like a bunch of people who are quite good. There's one guy right now who didn't quite make it to the top in football, but like had that very competitive like athlete's mindset, and then just sort of switched over to poker, and now he's really good at poker. So
serious.
It's like a lot of people who have like this competitive drive always do quite well, like chess, gaming, football, or all that sort of thing.
So you can transfer sort of the skill sets that you have in your different areas to
usually it helps like if you got something like that. So
no, that's phenomenal. And from that's great, because you obviously travel with these guys. Do you start to gain like a good relationship and like with the people that you're with?
Yeah, I've got like loads of good friends from poker now, and I still share rooms with my mates whenever we're going on trips and stuff. So yeah, they've always got that sort of camaraderie with people. Like it's rare for me to not know who someone is now at a bunch of these stops.
Yeah,
you just see people over and over. At least anyone that you know is decent, like you'll see over and over again, because they're all doing the same thing as you. They're all traveling around playing. So yeah,
well, it seems like you're living the dream, because I look at your Instagram, you're traveling and like playing and winning. Like it's incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man.
Nice.
I'm lucky that I found it, really, and I'm lucky that it's gone well. But like I've put in a lot of hours into it as well. So
no, that's incredible. But because funny enough, we talk about traveling and winning. I was looking on the internet. You guys can even check this out. Type in Jack Hardcastle. And I saw total live earnings. I'm not sure what that means, but just shy off 1 million. And I saw your ranking. You're like 63rd in the world, and that's like these are numbers
I wish
incredible.
I wish I was the 63rd best player, but that's only basically telling you who's won recently. It doesn't actually say who's that good, but it's quite funny to be like to pretend to someone that you're the 63rd best player.
No, it's for me. I'm touched because you're saying it so humbly. Even the way you just are as a person, that's incredible numbers. That's like shy off 1 million. Like right now, me like in a yacht, and like.
But that took quite a while to get there, because at the start I was only playing these smaller events, so you're only cashing for like a few hundred at a time or something. So it's only in the last year I've put most of that on the result sheet. Yeah, Like, I think I was only up.
Wow.
I think 2 years ago I had like 160k in cashes. So the majority of it has been the last 2 years,
Yeah.
and hopefully it's going to keep going at that trend. Like, I'd love
Wow.
to crack 1 million soon on there, that's not that's not profit. Like, that's just
Yeah.
cashes. Like, no site's going to tell you the profit for live tournaments, but they'll tell you everything that you've cashed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but like that, I'll be going back to Vegas soon. There'll be stuff in London. There'll be stuff in Prague. So that's going to keep accumulating, I hope. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's incredible. And in terms of like the longevity of poker, do a lot of people play until they're old? Is this like a lifelong career? Because them earnings can.
Yeah.
I'll just sit back from now.
Well, some people have other things on the side. You know, like I know a bunch of people who've got crypto and things like awesome stocks and stuff. I mean, you know, a lot of people do like some sort of property development after a while. Like, they'll just buy somewhere and sell it, and you know, I think a lot of players I know actually do tend to burn out after a while, because it feels like you've got like a limited amount of time to play before you're like, you know what, I don't actually want to play poker anymore, because like these guys have been doing it for years and years, and then eventually they'll either, you know, meet someone or have kids, or you know, and then their focus
Changes the
shifts.
dynamics of it.
Yeah, it's like I know a bunch of people who like they've had a kid and they just don't really play anymore now. Like,
Oh, serious?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
incredible. But in terms of like because it seems like there's a lot of build up. You're traveling and everything, but before a tournament, is there anything that you do beforehand, or is it literally just rock up, play, win, and go
I mean,
back? That sounds very easy.
It's
but
like I'm actually I'm terrible with it as well, because I know a lot of my friends who do a lot more study and preparation than me, and I'm just like, I just tend to just turn up and just you know, like you just got to be confident in your own abilities, and I don't think I'm never going to play that badly. So just most things you can just turn up and play, you'll be alright. Like,
No, that is insane. No, that's amazing. But I wanted to touch upon, obviously, we ask our guests to bring memorabilia, and you've got what looks like a WWE belt.
Yeah.
But it's would you like to?
yeah, so
Explain.
I got that belt for winning World Poker Tour Montreal, but it was held online because of COVID, so I had to play the online event. But I still got the trophy. I couldn't get that in the US, so I thought
Well,
I'd
they
bring the
sent it
belt.
to you.
Yeah. No, so
Okay.
yeah, I got that. The winner of Montreal one gets it custom made. That was won the WPT online for 447,000.
That is, repeat that number again.
447. Yeah, it was.
That is incredible.
It was a good day.
And how long was that? Is there like rounds, or is it literally just one
It was
set?
like a 4-day event. Like, there'd be breaks at the end of every single night, and then you'd come back and play the next day and the next day. So I think there were nearly 900 entries. First day played down to everyone who made the money. So like the top 120 got paid or something. So that was day one. Day two played down to 27 people. Day three played down to the final table, which was 9, and then the final table played out. So it's over 4 days.
That's incredible. And you obviously said it's Montreal, so I'm presuming it's different time zone. Did you have to be playing at a different time zone?
No, it was it just started online at a normal time for things, really,
okay.
because it just couldn't be held live with the way that things were going. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
No, that's
Yeah,
incredible.
most people don't get a belt for winning things.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
No, it's cool. Is there anywhere that you store that in the house, or you just?
No, I need to figure it out, man. I need to get some sort of cabinet going, I think.
Put it
Like,
in
when I buy somewhere next year, I'm definitely going to have that like on the wall, I think.
Yeah.
So
Oh, nice. No, that's pretty nice. Is that your biggest win to date?
yeah, that was the biggest one for sure.
Yeah, and then you obviously, I think off camera, you mentioned there's a tournament coming up in Portsmouth. Are these like easier tournaments than the ones that you play on a global stage? Do you just rock up, or do you still have to
they're
have?
pretty like it's hard to say, because as things get bigger, you would assume they get tougher.
Okay.
But then some people just still want to play cards regardless of the buy-in, right? So it's like the bad players are pretty much the same all the way up. It's just like the good players get better. You know, it's like it's who's rolling out of bed for this tournament. You know, some of these guys are only going to go up and play like the very highest stuff. Like, they're just too rich.
Wow, that's incredible.
But it's like, you know, like most people aren't going to go play like a £400 thing unless it's in my hometown. Like, I'm doing it because it's in Portsmouth, it's convenient. Like, but otherwise you could use your time to spend like playing online or going to another, you know, you could be in the States or something playing. So you sort of got to manage your time. Like, I wouldn't play this if it was in another city, but
yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. But I'm just blown away how casual everything is. Like, why aren't you just like flashy or anything? Cause I see, like, I think I even sent you
I
like
don't really own anything, man. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I like going out for like dinner and drinks and stuff, but it's like beyond that, I've got like 2 hoodies, 4 shirts. You know, I don't really have anything. Like, I don't.
That's it. Yeah, but why? Yeah, why?
Why?
Why is you're minimalist? I guess. But
Not even. I like doing things rather than owning things, though.
Experience.
It's more the
That's a lesson to you listen now. Experience is better. But no, honestly, that's incredible, because I feel like in the world that we live in, there's a lot of people that like sort of stunt and flaunt with things that they don't have.
It also doesn't last that long if you start doing that. So
Yeah.
it's like I want to make sure that I've got money to do things with in the future, like more tournaments. I eventually want to get some, like buy a house next year probably. I want to have like a few stocks and shares and things eventually. So it's like you can't just burn through it. Like it'd just be stupid to.
Yeah. So you've thought it out. It seems as if you've got a vision. So touching upon that, where do you see yourself sort of moving forward? Are you going to continue to play poker? And then...
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like the tournaments now, they're probably better than they ever have been, because there was about 18 months where no one could really play anything, and now all of these tournaments are bigger than they ever have been. Like,
because of COVID?
Because of COVID, okay. Yeah. So like the one I won in Leeds recently had like 400 and something players. It never got that many before. In America, every time they were advertising that it was going to get this many players, they were clearing double that, like the whole time I was there earlier in the year. So it's probably going to be like 2 or 3 years of like real boom time, like, and I want to make the most of that, because if I can sort myself out for the next 2 or 3 years, I could just be set for life, like that if tournaments go well. So
that's incredible.
So I'm actually, I'm wanting to play probably more than I ever have. Yeah. I just see like
you can see
the potential
the light. Yeah. No, that's fascinating. But I think throughout our conversation we've talked about the highs. But have you ever felt sort of any lows, like playing poker? Or
yeah, I mean, I was close to like quitting playing one time. Like I was about a year and a half ago now. No, it was a while back. But I was just getting like beat up on for months. Like I think I lost like 60 or 70,000 or something. I'm just like, can I keep doing this? I'm like, everyone's playing so bad, but I'm just not winning. Like, I was just, wow. But yeah, and then glad I carried on, because eventually it just turned and I've had the best year I've ever had. So wow. Yeah, you just have to have that sort of like mental toughness and like know that you're playing well enough and that eventually it's going to turn around. But when you're in the moment and you're just losing, you're just like, it feels impossible.
That is, yeah, and obviously that must be hard to even bounce back from that. Like you said, you could have quit and never experienced any of the wins. So that sort of made you and shaped you in a way.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just your turn to lose, like, and you just get beat up on for months. But everyone's had that. Everyone who's played poker, eventually you go through your worst stretch and you just have to get back out of it. And the only way to do it is keep playing well and just to keep playing at all. Like, if you stop playing, you're never gonna go.
Oh, okay. No, I get. And you get better as you, like, with experience. So
yeah, I mean, I'd say I'm more resilient because of it. Sucks in the moment, but
No, of course. No, that's incredible. And you touched upon earlier on about coaching. So it's a bit of two questions basically. First one is, how do you continue to improve as an individual at poker? Is there a way to improve, or just carry on turning up? Or
well, there is, because I'm in a group chat with like some of the better young guys in the country, so like we're always talking about hands and stuff. Like, even if we're not doing like active study, someone's going to do something or say something and you pick up on it, and like, very like passive learning's happening a lot of the time. But I'm fortunate that I'm with a group of like really good players as well, so you're always picking up on something.
And they share ideas and stuff.
Like, we share ideas like all the time. Yeah, it's really hard to do it solo, to be honest, because you occasionally need someone to tell you you're being stupid. So
okay, no, 100%. But is that easy to take though, after winning, like someone to be giving you constructive feedback?
I mean, as long as it's always constructive, absolutely, yeah. Like, because even when you win something, like, you still make mistakes. Because you've won a tournament doesn't mean you've played well. Yeah. Like, there's always things that you can learn from.
That's incredible. And I think these are lessons that you can take in just general life overall. And then the second part of the question is coaching. I think we've had this conversation off camera, but dig deep into you can coach people as well, or you have coached people.
Yeah, I did a few years back. Like, I was doing a little bit of it. I think I was just lazy, to be honest, mate. It's just like it actually is quite a lot more effort than you'd think, because at least if I'm playing poker, I just sit down and just start playing, and it's like the hours that I spent are just doing what I want to do. But if you're coaching someone, you've got to do like a lot of preparation before it. Like, you're not just on call with them for 90 minutes. You've got to do a bunch of other things beforehand, and like it probably is more like 3 hours of work for like 90 minutes of it. So it's just like, it's a bit less efficient, I think, than myself just playing. You have to really enjoy it, and like I do when it's like my mates and I can help them out and stuff, but I don't know, I'd rather just play, to be honest. Like, I know people who do a lot of coaching though, and they do pretty well out of it, and like good players too. So You can get coaching from someone who's really good, and it'd be like some hundreds an hour. Like,
After
but it's worth it.
I'm signing up. After hearing these figures, that's incredible. No, but that's nice to hear. Like, I think like right now you're trying to focus on yourself, on bettering yourself, which is just incredible.
I think at the moment, that's with how big these live tournaments are getting again. I think that's probably the best thing to do. Just turn up, play as much as you can.
Yeah,
I think that's at least for me, that's how I like to spend my time more than doing the coaching and all of the other preparation and stuff.
Yeah, no, that's incredible. Outside of poker, what are your interests? It seems as if obviously you like to travel, but you can do that both when playing. So
well, it's weird because a lot of these things all just entangle together. It's like, it's like I like poker, I like traveling, I like going out for nice dinners with like people, and then like you do all of these things when you're doing poker anyway. So it's just like, I don't know, all my hobbies are sort of rolled into one. It's like you can never really escape it. It's just like, I like poker, so it's just like
it doesn't feel. It must not feel like work, because by the sounds of it, it does. Well, obviously,
there are definitely days where it does feel like work, but it's for the most part, I enjoy it. Yeah, and especially when you get to go to these live stops and hang out with your mates and stuff, it doesn't really feel like working.
That is, how do I sign up? Honestly, that's incredible. And in terms of actually like, do you get a fan base from this as well, or following, or is it just people within the industry?
A little bit in a sense, but it's just like, it's people who follow you on Instagram. It's nothing crazy. But no, it's like when you go to a bunch of these live stops, I now pretty much know like a load of people, or like people say hi to me. I don't really know who they are. It's like, but it's like
celebrity.
It's like the most low key way ever though, because like no one's gonna know you unless you play poker. So it's like.
Well, that's incredible. But do you like that, or would you want to be?
I always find it a bit odd when someone says hi to me, and I'm like, I literally have no idea who you are. Like, so.
No, but no, honestly, I actually generally feel like I want to be involved with poker more. But no, I really enjoyed that. Speaking to you and diving into the world of poker. But aside from that, how can people sort of follow your journey? Is it just on Instagram?
Mainly that's where I update it to. Like, I'll post how the tournament's going, like all the non-poker things that happen with it as well. Like when there's an off day, we're going traveling around the city, like going to a nice restaurant and stuff. So that's just Jack.Hardcastle on Instagram.
Jeez, follow that up. And actually, wait, something popped to my head that I forgot to ask at the start. So, in terms of how was everyone's perception of you, like by this I mean your friends, your close friends and family, when you sort of said that you want to get into poker, or you want to be a professional poker? Like, well,
it's funny because everyone's happiness level depends on how well you're doing, right? So just like at the start when I hadn't won anything really, it's like, oh no, what's he doing? And now it's like, oh okay, like we're doing all right. I think my mum's very happy with it now.
No, because I can imagine, because coming from like an ethnic background, I could imagine just being like, Mum, imagine I want to do like poker for a living, and she'd be like,
give you that face.
No, for facts, that's not happening. But I think from an educational standpoint, it's good to know that these areas can become lucrative and be beneficial for your family, especially. But
everyone's just so results oriented. It's just like, oh, how's it going? Well, I'm very happy with that. It's like.
No, but that's great. And in terms of that, do you feel like there's people gravitating towards you after you winning, or not, or have people changed around you?
No, not really.
Not really.
Like,
no, that's good.
Because most of the people who I know through poker, it's just like this is sort of part and parcel of it. Someone just wins a few things for a few months, so it's like that's not too rare. But then it's like my mates are just my mates from school.
No, that's
really changed. So
that's so good. And
no, thankfully not. That would be quite annoying. But it's
just knocking on your door. But no, honestly, it's incredible. Because I still can't get over the fact that you're so like plain and simple in the way you carry yourself, even despite the numbers that I've just mentioned. Like,
I mean, it's just, I don't know, that's just not me.
It's just cash. Mic drop. But no, honestly, I've enjoyed that really. So it's been such a good conversation, and I hope you have as well. And it'd be good to follow your journey of once you hit that mill. Well,
I mean, maybe I should come back after I do.
I've got 100%. But no, honestly, I've enjoyed that. I hope you guys have enjoyed. And thank you for following Self-Made again, and look forward to having you on. Don't forget to subscribe, swipe, all of that. But not much love. It's been good having you.
Cool. Cheers.